Hey guys, normally I can't get everything working right. Today the music is right. I was able to pop right in. I'm a bit disheveled. I just had to run to the grocery store and all of that nonsense. So hey guys, you got Lady Hippy at the bar. Let me see if I can be heard here. I'm like I said, slightly prepared, and yes, I wear these things because I can hear better, and I wear the headbands to hold those up. Let's see. Okay, I might get rid of another wire here. I don't like this. I was in a 10 month, what do I call it, mess. I broke my leg in three places, so I couldn't do anything. Hello. Yeah, we're having a little trouble with you this morning. Yes, we are. Pop you back in. So, in any event, you're going to see that I'm playing with this just a little bit. This is just not working right for me today. But that's okay. I'll just let him be. I hope you can hear me. I can slightly hear. I can hear my music after all. Yeah. I love a good saxophone, and she is good. Um, let's see. The day has started out with yes, President Trump is still alive. Amen. Hallelujah. I don't want to get people killing folks. Come on. People frown that shit. Just better go with you got Lady Hippie at the bar. And it's supposed to be for entertainment purposes only. I'm just not that funny. I don't think. We'll see. And anyway, I'm trying to tap this and see it will start working for me. It keeps giving me a click instead. That's not fun. It's on. I wear all the hats here. Let me go from the beginning because I don't think this is going to work right for me. I have to play in a minute. Okay, I'm trying this way. It's late. I had all this other stuff I had to do. I did not realize that when you say you're retired, you're it's like you have more free time. People think, and so they're off watching a movie, and you're off doing five people shopping, and like what the. So yeah, I've been all around town, and I thought, oh, I'm going to get a jump start on this. Augusta used to be a small base town. There wasn't much around us. We loved it that way. 13 years later, I mean, I'm surprised they haven't put a Starbucks next door. It's just, I can walk to my hairdresser. I always could. He's been there a long time. So, yes, I'm back on. The president's still alive. I still have my channel. And let's see what happens. Can I get live chatted? Yes, I can. So I can pop through if you want to talk to me at all. If this goes off, just know that I would love it if you'd say like. I don't care if you're a friend, not a friend, or a relative of my husband's. I don't have it. I'm my son, and he's subscribed. So all y'all subscribe. Even if you don't like me, you can make fun of me. It's open chat. Everybody can see it. So come on. I do like when it was in the radio. Throw something at me. So, okay, we're gonna. I can only. It'll go in and out. It's just bugging the shit out of me. I'm gonna try. Did you turn that on and it off? No, it's only 1993. It did work sometimes. It's in the connection, I think. We have not yet put the new equipment on some items, so I think I'll have to do that. Um, I don't know why, because it's where it's supposed to be, and it annoys the shit out of me when people. It just does when this kind of thing happens. I like, why didn't? What the hell? I'll get off, and then the damn thing will work. In the meantime, the IDF is taking casualties they shouldn't. I think it should be at this point. They say 15 hostages alive. Day before yesterday, they had 20 alive digging their own graves. I would want them to bomb the fuck out of that building. Screw me. Get these bastards, because I'm dead. I might get lucky, I might not, but fuck it. I'll go with them. Let God sort it out. No kids, no kids. This is good for kids because I'm an Army veteran myself. I'm a writer, published. This is another thing that's keeping me busy. Ah, um, let's see. Who else was that? Oh, yeah, actually, I think if Mark Rubio runs for president with Ron DeSantis, Florida, I would vote for that ticket. Those two dudes are some. And I heard they opened another Gator Gizmo. I call it Gator Gizmos. I think it's funny as hell. I heard that also that they had decided not to. He wasn't being allowed to use something or couldn't go nowhere. I can't remember. I don't know what the hell these courts do it. They have no business being in and against or doing anything with federal. Uh, well, Commander in Chief. Uh, is he the guy that's in charge, or do you fucks with the? Who's in charge? Was there a coup and nobody called? Is the Civil War still going, or did you invent a new one? Because all this sanctuary shit, had I been president, oh please, please. Oh God, that would have been fun. No, I don't agree with all this. This is what happens though. The catch and release, the smash and grab. What the hell? They know that if they are caught, they're not going to stay in jail if they even take them to jail. I've seen videos of them. I like Cash Jordan. Hey, dude, he's sweet. Uh, that he's actually put out in it that shows the violence that's going on, and I keep, and they've had several million leave, just like in California. You got to step over tents or around tents and not step in feces and needles. And oh my lovely God, that's what these people have done. They just this should have already been overridden by the federal state thing. They should be now under the entire state. All of them that are holding office should be it in Gitmo. I like the Gator one. That's where they should be. Find out how much millions they made on that $120,000 a year salary, and all of them walk out of there millionaires. Bet me, try me. I get bored. What can I say? And let's see. Oh, for my friends, thanks for everything and all the best wishes. It's been 10 months and I'm back on my own feet and I don't have a cane, a crutch, a chair. None of that crap no more. It's difficult to get around it though, I must say. Um, at first, I've been having physical therapy for 2 months now, and I really and I love working out with just a couple of these, like some of the country dances. And bye. The Wolverine one, I love doing it, and I like the one where what's his name? He played the Angel Michael, John Travolta, and there's a dance scene. He goes up and hits the jukebox, and this great song comes on, and he starts dancing. And so I go around. I do the same dance he is. All the women in the bar are. I gotta rewatch that movie. It's an older movie. He had hair. So did I. I hope you can see me clearly because I haven't got shit going right today. Um, I beg to indulge here. I hope against hope you can hear me because the only reason I still have mine is because it's going click, click, click. And I'm like, oh, it's going to click and then come on. So if I take them off, the damn thing will start working. I didn't have my husband rehook me up. I have all these computers and tablets and Chromebooks up here because I'm trying to learn also. Hey, maybe I should throw a video in. And I'm like, oh, God, that video got 4 million views. They've seen it. Why throw it in? If you want to see a video, go see the damn video. If you can't find the video, call Google. They got everything. I don't know a lot about everything, but I know a little about most things. So come and talk to me. Listen, YouTube has given us such a fantastic thing here that you can speak to the world and the world can just talk back. I love UFOs. I love history. I would just have such a time going to say Santorini. Oh my God, that's on my bucket list. Yeah, been there for like 40 years, but it's it's on there. Not sure where I put it. Yes, we just both had another anniversary and birthdays. And my birthday's a state secret, so I can't help you there. And his is just high. I don't know what in the world I'm doing today. I really don't. Um, it was something to see. I know Peter Ducey. I watched Peter Ducey grow up. Fox station started out in San Antonio like a PBS station. It was a free station, so you could get it, and it was different than you know. And then, as a matter of fact, what's they used to have the guys that it's a cartoon there. I can't think of it because they didn't really watch it a lot, but I did watch the weather. His father, Steve, was the weatherman. This was 1992, 93. And so he would bring his kids in, and then they advanced up to a cable channel, and then they advanced up to be, they were the first satellite. Um, so they were really proud of that. I got a kick out of that. And now Peter Ducey, his son, Steve Ducey, is who I watched with his son occasionally, and his daughter. Um, I can't remember what she's doing either. But Peter is White House correspondent, and he was gonna leave this year, and his dad retired, and they went down to Florida to retire, and they have a baby, grandbaby, and so that's all new. And he retired and went down there. I miss him now. I mean, because he hasn't been just the weatherman for like 20 years. He's been everything. He's on that couch, and I miss him. But Peter Ducey has been getting me. I laugh. I think President Trump dislikes him because he'll yell down from the roof of the White House, "Hey, Peter, how you doing?" Literally, quote. I'll explain these two in a minute. I am at the bar, and I am a fucking hippie. Get a grip. No, I'm not a biker's wife, but I was thinking about that. I need to relax. Thank you. That's my stiffener. I call it that because I was adopted. And my family that I was raised with, they were oh, they were World War IIers, to put it that way. Yeah, so you just made very good things out of everything. And I remember when all this stuff started coming out, and they couldn't figure out what it was. And then here I'm working at as it comes out. And I didn't know what it was. At least they slowed down in 2010, and you can almost figure out which computer, laptop, tablet, just I don't even know where I was going with that. That's good. By the way, it's just a little it's a little cinnamon whiskey, hot whiskey they call it. It's got a bunch of cinnamon. Right as you get an aftertaste, your mouth blows up with cinnamon. It's really cool. It's just, I mean, not talk about anything but stupidity because I keep seeing that. I love people. I really do. There's a lot of good people that are doing podcasts now. I noticed when I was on my hiatus, there's that word I was looking for. When I was on my hiatus, I couldn't walk or anything. I was like, he's got a podcast. He's got a podcast. Oh my God, he's got a podcast at the bar. It's with Bill Maher, Shay Shay. You might as well say this is bar. It's a little, most of them have some type of bar. Joe Rogan. Hey, Joe. Love you. I've been watching you since you were on news radio. Yeah, come and check me out, babe. Help me out. I got to get 1,000 to do something, but I'm not sure what that is. No, I don't make any money doing this, and I'm not averse to making money on this. So at some point, to get enough years, I might just try to do that. I don't know. I started this as a base just to talk to folk and go, did any of you vote for Joe Biden? Did anybody understand what was going on for 4 years? Nobody knew it. Now it's everybody knew it, but nobody could do it. Who the fuck was doing it? And whoever it was, and exceptionally hated America. Another 4 years of that kind of, I don't know what you would call it, hostages. It's a coup. It was a fucking coup, and nobody got it. Oh, we watched it. We knew, but what the fuck? You can't fight City Hall. Although it was funny watching old Joe trying to get in a chair that didn't exist behind him. Like that when he was going, walking off in the jungle. Down the East Bunny had to go get him. Yes, he's going to leave a lot of laughs. Yeah, it's kind of like Ford, President Ford. Now I'm giving my age away. Okay, so we're good with that. I'm good with the Israelis. I know, recovered one more body, and the hostages are down to only 15. And if it was me, I would have prayed that they carpet bombed the hell out of the place. Don't go door to door and fight. There's no need. You're dying. You've warned the civilians. They're holding the civilians. Pray that God can sort it out and just level that fucking city. These guys fight wearing burqas, so it looks like they're a mother. And the thing that they're carrying in their arms is their AK. I'm not going to say what atrocities they did on October 7th, but people should know them. And if they do know them, what the absolute fuck all are they out there with signs saying "Free, free Palestine"? Oh, please come near me to do. I would pay good money, and I'd have to have bail money to see that shit, or burn a flag in front of me. There's just something about being an Army veteran that I don't care if I'm 90, I'm going to find something to hit you in the face. Or you don't do that shit. That's just disrespectful. You want to be disrespectful? Go to your own house, throw your own shit out and burn it. We don't need that shit. We just don't. You don't want to be here. We have no problem with you leaving. You are not being held captive. I am. See, backwards. Never mind. I'm fiddling again. So yes, it's kind of at this point, I can't see why anybody would be more angry at the man. But I did see in the first 4 years, I kept saying, "What the hell is he letting them talk to him like the way they did in the first term?" I was aghast with horror listening to that crap. I was like, "That's the president of the United States. Where the fuck all is your respect?" And why didn't somebody fix that? There was a whole lot going on, and with the Biden thing. The guy's sitting there asleep. He's walking off trying to find a chair that doesn't exist. He can't get out of his closet. True story. He can't make that shit up. I wish I could. Might make money. But again, I think that's his legacy is going to be, you know, he wasn't really there, and we had a coup and didn't know, and apparently he figured out really who all was in the coup. We know some of them was. They ruined a 4-star general with things that they made up. And he fought and he fought. And they finally said they couldn't charge him because he had done nothing wrong, that the stuff being used against him had been made up. So the next day, I don't know why there's another day, they tell him he has to stay in jail because another judge has to go through the shit. And this was, I think, a day or so before the president was to leave office, President Trump. He finally accepted a pardon. He didn't want a pardon because he wanted to prove he was innocent. A 4-star general, they can do that to your ass is grass. I'm just saying. They got a big ass lawnmower too. I mean, again, I mean, I don't want to see anybody die, but there's no choice at this point. It's either get in there and do this shit, stop it. I mean, stop it, or it will eventually kill all of you. This isn't something that's just going to go away. It's not. Excuse me, I've been screaming about this since 1970. And I'm not kidding you. Damn if I ain't old again. Yes, old ladies get up here and that's what I was explaining. See, I just go from one thing to another. Maybe I am entertaining. You didn't know it. Well, now, see, it's just then crossed right out of my mind again. I can't remember what the heck it was. There was something I was trying to figure out. But it'll wait. It'll come back to me. Oh, my stiffener. That's why I went for it. I said it would come back to me. When I was growing up, we had the World War tours. We used to get together Labor Day, Fourth of July banners. They were they were all World War II survivors. My father was at Pearl Harbor, and he lost one brother, and the other brother was always coming over for the holidays. We called them high holidays. It's the Catholic thing, and yeah, they threw me out a lot. Anyway, the ladies are just together flocking like hens, and the fathers and the men, whatever, are outside doing the barbecue, and you kids are just kind of staying inside, but not messing with them, just trying to see what they're up to. Because they were going to be up to something they drank. So every time they would drink. So we knew. So we go from there, and then we walk through the house, say hi. All the aunts would pinch your cheeks and stuff like that. And sometimes I remember getting hurt. She saw blood and fainted. Now come. I know this woman. She's done been to World War II. She has seen blood faint. She faints. They get this ammonia tablet and get that under her nose. And one of the men comes running out with a sherry glass that they had, filled with whatever hooch they had. Have them drink that because they done had they fell out for a minute. They'd be okay after they finished it, maybe two. I loved it, and that's what they called it. And sometimes there'd be 2-3 women that would. They also like gin and juice. That was the thing, gin and juice for the ladies. I think some of the 60s and 50s and 60s things should come back. They were manners. Men looked like men, women looked like women. Nobody was carrying cars yelling, they were this and you were that. It's just stupidity. That's not freedom of speech. That's attacking one of. They're actually racist because they're the ones saying white supremacy or whatever the fuck all phrase they got now. Cheers. You can see I don't like them much, do I? I came back from Europe. I really didn't like it. The LO have been around since the 60s. And that's how I know them. Palestinian Liberalization Organization, something along that line. And they started out hijacking planes, killing whoever was Jewish in particular first on the plane if they were a passenger. Um, it was bad. Much in Entebbe. For one thing, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, his brother died at Entebbe. He was there too. This was a rescue of the passengers of an airplane that was being hijacked. You should see these things. And this is before they became even more evil. And believe me, there was plenty of evil there. There was, oh my. There's no other way to describe these people. And again, October 7th, oh my God. I watched, and they GoPro'd this, and yet it was so bad they couldn't show it to other people. That was a kindness they showed the world. But my God, they burned babies alive in ovens while the parents were being tortured. The atrocities that they committed gleefully, using their dead person's phone to call their parents and sisters and brothers to tell them how many Jews he had already slaughtered. They didn't just kindly kill them. No. When I saw, and this was, I think, within the same day or maybe early the next day, and I saw those cars, and I said, "Oh my God! I knew hundreds had to be dead." I've been to live concerts outdoors. If you've never been, you would have seen that and instantly know that there were cliques of cars, many cliques. I mean, it's not an equal to our mile, but that's what they're called. And oh my God! And I started crying because I didn't have to be told. I knew it had to be in the hundreds. I knew it. Sure enough, and the world did not seem to sit up and take notice about that. No, these little bitches outside their campuses and the universities sitting in tents and shitting in buckets while they think their opinion fucking matters. There's chanting from the sea. river to the sea, pardon me. Yeah. Do they know what river and what sea? Hopefully they'll look it up. I had one guy ran around was talking to people, funny as hell. He asked one woman, they agreed to answer questions. So he asked one woman, he said, who was the first woman? No, he didn't do that. Who was the first person to step on the sun, walk on the sun? You. She started guessing names. I think she actually came up with Armstrong. And I think that he was, I think he was at University of California. I'm not sure where he was, which one of those he was at, but it was incredibly funny. I said, "Can I borrow that?" The whole problem with these people too, I don't understand that. I was like, why would I stand around and say things about a different country that has that they know is not true? If they don't know, why the fuck all are they in college? Where are the parents? My son and I actually talked about this. He's 46, and my grandson's also a Army veteran. He was in Korea. Yes, I'm that old. Oh, please don't. Yeah, I can't do the we don't do the candle thing. I like seeing the firemen, but they're busy. So yeah, they go. If you don't do this, this goes in, this goes in. My mom would have killed me. It's where they get to, and I don't know anyone in my generation that would have stopped their kids if they were doing that. Not only stopped them without it, withdrawn them from that school, they would be working to pay me back the money that has been spent for whatever. And when they get through with that, they can go back and pay for college on their damn own if they want to go there. But I'm sure as hell not going to let them do that. They're turning them into racists. That Joy Reid, they fired this broad. They said they fired her because she didn't have a viewing audience. They fired her because she was a fucking fascist. Check the crayon box, Joy. There's white in there. Oh my God. Can't use that line. What the absolute fuck off? You're going to die off in a hospital. You don't go. I want the black blood. Don't give me the white blood. No, just die. We're out of black blood. What the fuck all? We're all the goddamn same. Literally bleed the same. Literally can provide blood to save another person's life. There's no reason for none of this shit. None. And I've actually begun to get not only angry, but biblically. I keep going, this big, I have a checklist, man. And I'm going, that's biblical, They're doing Syria. Also, there was prophecy that Jerusalem, that Israel would be removed from their lands. It would be turned into dry dust until they were returned, and then it would bloom beyond imagining. Something to that effect. And they got there, and it was a desert, nothing there. And now it's beautiful, and it's expanding. And oh my God, what the Israelis can do! They even have and they've offered it to the world. I think many, including India, have used that type of thing. Whatever it is, they can get the water to it, and Garden of Eden is being reborn. I also don't believe that the Temple Mount was the Golden Dome of the Rock. It's the dome is later too. So it's in a later time period. I think that what they're looking at is the Roman encampment, where they had their own little houses and stuff. People probably just took things and all that. But I don't think it seems more Roman to me the way it's built. And I know the Romans were there. I'd have to go and actually look, but that's just a hunch. As far as the pyramids, oh fuck all. Come on, y'all know they're way older than they say. If it has water erosion, and it does, there's little things like that is from water. And look at something in a bathtub. It's the exact same thing. I said that when I was like 6. It's cool now because I can just go to Google if I want to read a different person's take on it or what have you. But everybody's pretty much the same. Finally, we've all caught up. They don't like us knowing that. And I don't like that Asiya Hawass. Don't care if I butchered that, means evil. That's another evil person. Evil. I have a story about that, but some other day. I digress. So then let's see, where we at? Where we at on current affairs? Yeah, we're in current affairs. They did the space thing. That was cool. So it's Rocket City now. I'm still laughing at Gold for fucking America. I love that shit. I will say that once every hour just to laugh a little bit. The day goes by if I'm just laughing a little bit or bouncing off things because it depends. I might go through two of my little fireballs. So far, we do have free speech as far as this is, and I am concerned that it will go away. That they'll start. We won't be free. We'll have to pay, and that's something I won't do. And it's like I don't put videos up there. I want to hear what everybody wants to know, but I would love to have live chats again. Um, and even, hey guys, all the relatives, you guys could jump in. Hi, Albany and something, or you're probably busy. I tend to be on, in case everybody hasn't noticed, from 10. Well, I give it noon to 2. And also, you can just look me up and search, and all my videos are on there. Um, I don't watch them. I've watched a couple of minutes of them. I don't know. So, if you've gotten this far, hit the dislike, hit the like, hit something. I don't know. It would be really special because apparently they like that shit. That's, we want to keep them happy. I wanted to keep my channel. I have fun with this shit. Like I said, now we're with the parents while this was going on. It's just like my son. Mother, you would have killed me. He's not wrong. Oh my! I don't think I'd beat him to death, but it'd be a touch and go. I'm paying for it. Oh my god! Oh no, no, no. They killed him. And both my grandson and my son are something else. They really are. I tend to forget how old I am until I think of how old they are. And my son is coming up on another age. We're all 20 years apart. And at this point, it also makes me laugh. We're all going, okay, for 4 years, we had a car. I mean, it was like, it could have been one little, hey, like Sherry, with lamb chop. Look it up. Google's got everything. That's what that was. They didn't have anything else back in the day. We had 3 channels, and the fucking president was on all of them. Or basketball. We did love basketball. Metal Art Lemon was my dude. So yeah, we always got to watch that. A few others, but generally didn't watch TV because mother was watching the daytime soap operas. Why, I don't know. And the father was at work. No, I'm sorry, he was sleeping. He was at work nights. It's hard to tell. I was 9 when I was adopted. I left at 17 for the Army. So, and they were wonderful people, don't get me wrong. But I didn't see them but for a couple of hours in about 4 years, different flights at times, a couple of days. Army don't give you a lot. You got to save up. And the airports, and oh my God. And back then it was something to get in and out of. It's worse now. I said, screw it. I'll take the fucking car. The train, the bus, and no, I won't take a bus either because they screwed up. That's another story. I don't know how many stories I missed this morning because I was getting ready to get the errands done so I wouldn't get so hot. And I got in my car and I couldn't touch the steering wheel after I left Walmart. So I got the door open. I got the car running the air full blast. I'm like, God, I want to go. So I'm wearing a scarf thing. So I put that over it. Off we go. Damn. and the seat. And I'm wearing, thank goodness, a floor length dress. It's just a summer dress. I don't know. You can't see it, I don't think. Well, let's see. Come this way for those ladies. Yeah, there we are. And it's it goes to the floor. It's got a black and white print. And so it's really cute. It goes to the floor. I'm still doing ratings. The scarf is one of the ratings. I do like the scarves. I think they're cute, and they're really thin. So it's just a nice decoration. For me, it hides like back fat. I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. It was one of my mammogram girls. What the fuck are you? Oh yeah. I hate this age thing. I can't believe it. And I knew that I had to accept it was age when I saw. I just fell for Viggo Mortensen in Lord of the Rings. I had loved that story since I was 5 or 6 years old. I was reading college level at 7, I think they said. In any event, yeah. So he was my hero. That was my hero from the book, and there he was in real life. I love the 21st century, and I was shocked when I saw him. And I said, "He's got white hair." And then I thought, well, you got something going on. I don't dye it, but it's not, I mean, I have a few strands, but I couldn't believe it when I saw him. I was like, oh my God, where does the time go? Here you saw it when you were in your 30s, and 20 years have gone by, or you saw it probably in your 40s. I can't remember. I think he was 42 when he did it, but I just love the movies, of course. And Legolas, the one that played Legolas, I can't remember his name offhand now. I saw him and he had dark hair, and I was like, go back to blonde. It really worked. And Vigo, had the long hair and always sweaty. My son said, "Mom, you have a type. Stop printing his pictures." I had printed out like my husband had a bit. Back then, you had to pay a lot for color to print, and I had I had a whole thing of, and that's when I looked in my mirror and I said, "Okay, it's time to get rid of all of you because oh my God." And now here I am sitting in front of a mirror. Oh, well, yeah, that's what it feels like. And wondering if anybody is seeing this, then wondering, do you care? Do you want to talk? Do you want to get mad? Do you want to get even? It's really completely open. And I love the fact that it's free. You can say, if you throw things in the comment section, I do my best to look at my comments. I have live chat on every time I'm on. And again, you can just go and search and you can find Lady Hippy at the bar, and it's spelled hippie with a Y. They like to put IE in there automatically, which annoys me. It just does. I've been interesting to see who's been losing also their security clearances. I'm thinking to myself, why in the absolute fuck out did you wait this long to take those? Those should be an automatic. Okay, you're done. Unless you still have that same position. That's somebody else is there, they're done. They don't get a police escort. We don't pay them extra money. We don't send a detail. What the? They didn't need the first detail. It's just things like that. And finding out things also like they turned Melania's bank off to her. Said, no, here, I guess they said, here's your money, go somewhere else. And everywhere she was going, they wouldn't take her money. They wouldn't give her an account. I think they might have done it to both of them, but they really did a lot to Melania, the bastards. This woman, and they always try to go with something slutty or what have you. I don't give a flat fuck what she was doing when she was 20. I know when I was 20, I was strutting that shit too. And so probably was every other woman besides one out of my audience. Yes, we had what they called fucking hot pants. So we were something. I said, okay, leave for that bit. And so they've been that way. She is elegant. She's chic. She's amazing. She's intelligent. She's beautiful. She has class. She has style. And yet she doesn't have that I am everything. She's an amazing woman. Why don't you try to learn one other language? Just one. I've done it. And let me tell you what, unless you use it on a daily basis, you'll forget it. Girlfriend did. She's the best. And I love Jackie Kennedy. I thought nobody would ever be better than her. Like like Grandma there for George Bush. I thought, what the hell? They tried to harass out and they said that was his wife. I was like, no way. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. She's everything that I think that the White House has needed. They need class. They need a touch of style. They need confidence. She just exudes confidence. She doesn't worry about what you people think any more than I do. I don't give a rat's ass. You can get up here and start telling me I don't like you. You do this or that wrong, or you do great. Let's talk about that. I don't care. I really don't. I see. Like I think yeah, they throw. I can't tell if they throw in a commercial or throw in that. Are you still watching? I love that. So again, please, if you see me, you don't even listen. Just hit the like or something. If you are a relative, hit the subscribe button. It is free. There is no charge, and it takes 2 seconds to remove it. And if you can't figure that out, let me know, and I'll help you out with canceling it. But if you are one of my family members, for God's sakes, at least hit the like. I mean, I haven't seen some of you in a decade or more. Um, and now with the bad leg, we have this huge like Wonder Lodge. That's amazing. The tornado kind of ripped on through us, took out our forest, took out our trees in the backyard, took my greenhouse, but it left two. Well, it took one off its stand, but it left two storage building. We have one that looks like a barn, a big red and white one. Didn't touch it. The patio furniture didn't move. The, the patio was perfect and didn't come through the house. And it hit the house this way, and it well, actually, I think I think it went to the bigger part and then come right through, and it zigzag almost to the side and come through. So we don't have a forest around us anymore. There's some privacy. There's a few trees that are dead, sticking up, because we had tornadoes tonight. Helene hit, and that was the day for surgery. This was 2 weeks after it had been broken so badly, and they couldn't do it. They didn't have any way to do it. Um, when I waited another 2 weeks until they said they had power, but instead they sent me to University of Augusta, and the surgeon was there to see me, and he looked at it, and he looked then over at the X-rays, and he said, "Oh my God, you've had this for a month, but you've been like this for a month," and he said, "Through all of this, you have been like this for a month." I think he was extraordinarily angry because it had been a month since I had broken it, broke bad, really, really bad. I had one in the VA, a nurse tell me it was a boy. He said, "Well, don't worry about it. If it grows back together, they can break it and then put it back together." And I'm thinking, what can I hit him with? But yeah, so they did that. It took 10 months to get all of that through. I'm still with the VA. See how well we do this. I know my mic is on, so I'm hoping that you can hear me. Then I'll try to find out what's wrong when I go off the air. I have about 15 minutes to just natter at you again. There, I've seen on YouTube. I like seeing different ones and hear stories while I'm cleaning. And I found some Edgar Casey ones. I love Edgar Casey, The Sleeping Prophet. Look him up, you'll love it. Or Douglas Murray on some podcasts or what have you. Look for Douglas Murray. That man is so great. He's very, very intelligent, and he's been into many of these wars here in the 21st century of them attacking Israel. Israel's not attacking the other side. They're defending themselves every time. And nobody gets up and says, you terrorists have to be killed, or you have to go home, or you have to stop some shit. Instead, it's the other way around. I, I saw a couple of teachers and things that were called things. They were teachers that were arrested and taken as well. I love that one woman was just crying on the way out. Tell students, call somebody. I said, there you go. Oh, they kept her. I hope they didn't find her for about 3 or 4 days because they would have done that to her. Yeah. A couple of them went to testify before Congress, and of course, they still lied out their asses. I'm loving that. I don't see why the Supreme Court has not squashed these tiny little federal courts of this and that state or county or what have you. They don't have any authority over a president. And this is not just the first time they've done this. They're just better organized this time. There was all kind of bad shit going on. I don't know why nobody noticed. I had COVID in 2019. I know exactly what it was, and I survived it. It was for 5 days. I was alone, and that was the worst 5 days. I thought I was definitely going to die, and I hit a point, and I knew I was going to make it through. And so this was at the end of 2019, and then another year comes up, and they call it COVID-19. I love it. He's calling it the Chinese disease. The Chinese disease. That's what I called it anyway, because it was a bioweapon. It killed millions of people, and China's not paid for that at all. They unleashed their fucking bioweapon. And don't tell me they didn't do that shit on purpose. And don't tell me we didn't fucking pay for it. Bossy made sure they got the money. They did the shit and they released the shit. Just like they're trying to release shit on our fields of wheat and whatever. They're coming through with something that they want to put in the ground to make a problem with farming. I have no idea what other things they're doing, but I'm sure they're doing a lot of other things. They're buying a lot of land near bases. What is America doing? The 4 years that went by, America stood by and really did nothing because we didn't know what to do. But there were some in there who did know what to do, but they didn't. I didn't do Democrats and Republicans before this year. I'm old. I thought it was stupid. I still do. I love this. It's my cherry wine. I'm terrible. I don't like canned sodas. I grew up with the bottles, and there's only a few that still put them in bottles. IBC does. I got IBC root beer, my cherry brandy wine, a brandy cherry wine. Oh yeah. And think about it. I have only a little bottle. It's only a little bottle, and a little tiny cup of here. But yes, I'm getting more and more relaxed, and I'm sure that's what the women were about. It's a really good thing. Others should try this. I mean, excuse me. All that talking, as my husband would say. Um, Somehow he put this together for me, and I was talking to him, and I was doing stuff over here while talking to him, and I turned over, and it was like, "You're live," and I'm like, "Oh my God, it worked!" I'm over here. We do have a bar, a big bar, a big bar. Yes. If we actually had inventory, we could just open as a bar. Just put in more seats. So we get guests anyway. It's just a big bar, and we also bought a long time ago, long kitchen space saver kind of thing, and it rolls, and we put it on the one side of the mirror against the wall, so it extended that side. It's a horseshoe type bar or rectangle. So that was put there, and the ice maker and all of the stuff, blenders and all that's got a spot. And of course, there's a bunch of stuff underneath the bar. There's stacks of room. And, I love the mirror. We have the mirror. It takes up the entire wall. It was the perfect size. So we took it. He had already done most of renovating the home. I was trying to get rid of the color. I wanted something that wasn't so white. It was tired, and got rid of the carpet because I shampooed it so much. It was mainly a matte. So I picked lovely blue, and all that was done. And he mounted the TV, and so I'm loving all that. That was the same year I decided I'd do podcasting now, though. I managed to get in 9 months, ironically, and now I'm back again. So if you do like raving redheads, and no, I do not use to. I don't have to. I'm not. I don't. I'm not one of those that go, "Oh my God, there's another wrinkle." I'm one of those that goes, "Oh damn, it's happening again." What do I do with that one? Pop up here and talk to me if you can see me. if you do see me while you are not here, well, there it is. Uh, there's something in the comments. Hit me on Facebook. Y'all can find me on Facebook. If you're family, you know who I am. I have not really decided to tell everybody else who I am. I know of several attacks of people not doing podcasts. These were young girls, mainly, and so many were killed by their public. They loved them so much, they just killed them. And I mean, it's a terrible thing to think about for me. I haven't heard anything, thank the Lord, about that recently. But I remember Rebecca, a guy struck her with a knife and she died instantly. She was 19. It's just terrible things like that. Salminio, knife in the alley, he died immediately. There was another girl, she lived through it, and I think he stabbed her like 31 times. And there was a guy, a water delivery guy, and she lived in an apartment complex on the fourth floor. And he saw what was happening. He threw that down and he ran down the stairs and had to go across the entire parking lot. And she's trying to move away, and he's just stabbing her everywhere, in her hands, in her chest, in her head. And finally, the guy got there and tackled it like a football player and got the knife. And she went, and she was so 31 places, and he had a butcher knife. And she walked up the stairs somehow and got to her apartment. Went in, and she said to her husband something. He's trying to kill me, or something to that event. And her husband looks over and says, "What the hell happened to you?" And she goes. So she's not dead, but she's about to sanguine. She's about to lose all too much blood. And they managed to save her, and what she went through. Oh my God! I mean, if she had something that wasn't bandaged, it would have surprised me. And she was such a strong woman when she went through that. And look it up. I bet Google can tell you faster than I can about who she was. It's like Florence Nightingale. We need her back again. Whenever I'm in the hospital, the only thing they do, and they say they're nurses, I don't know why, the only thing I've seen them do is hit the barcode. They don't leave any medicine. They don't help with the bedding. If you want help with the bedding, like after a week, you're like, what the hell? It's just keeping germs. They can't get rid of germs if you're staying in it 24/7, for God's sake. When I was a nurse, she changed that at least once a day, if not twice a day. And yeah, we all had laundry that we were doing while it was part of the rotation on staff. You gave patients baths, you moved them on one side, then the other, you did their hair. Everything can be done from the bed. And well, I've had many, unfortunately, trips to my hospital, which is always the VA. Go Army. Um, it's just not quite the same, or I'm just a bad patient. When I died from pneumonia, and that's what COVID-19 is, by the way, in case you're wondering, they gave me they asked my husband if they could give me, what is it? Some medicine they hadn't tried out yet, experimental. And he said yes, because already they were about to intubate me, and then I would be gone. And I was down to only a quarter of a lung that didn't have fluid in it, and it was filling. So they hit me with that Zithromax. And I had already been knocked out. They kept me in a coma kind of thing. Um, and it worked. And they allowed me to come out of the coma the next morning. And I didn't find out that I had died for some time. Then they gave me the printout for the EKG where I died. It's the third time. I'm getting tired of that shit. It hurts, for God's sake. You're out there going, I ain't getting back to. Oh, shit. Like, nah, you can't get out of it. You didn't know how you got in it. Work with the government's people of Britain. Get the fuck up and defend your country. The reason you had Brexit was because they wanted their country back. Do your jobs. You got one fucking job. You can't handle it. Get out. Let somebody else do it. I said the same thing during Biden era. I kept asking them why they're doing weekend at Bernie's. I mean, if he wasn't wandering off or trying to find a closet, he was sleeping. Yeah, man. What the fuck? And the people that did this to him should be shot. If this was the 1860s, we would have done hung them. We certainly would have arrested them for treason. They'd be tried for treason. What happened, what they did was commit treason. They're finding paper trails, everything. I'm interested in what the damn burn bags have. God knows if we'll ever know. Let's see what else we got coming up. I don't know. They turned Trump down on something yesterday, and it bothered me, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. I keep thinking I need to clean that mirror because it's amazing where dirt gets. Dirt, it's like dirt just cleans in the corner. So I got to get it to. I hate that. I'm one of those. It's got to be clean. It's got to be clean. When I get off, you can see the table behind me. I've got my husband keeps bringing me flowers. Now I didn't die. I mean, it was a 15-hour surgery, but my leg and I are okay with it. Well, it's never going to be 100%, but that's okay. Look at all the flowers on the table. Roses. I don't know what the others are, but he brought 3 dozen of those. And I'm wondering if they're feeding my husband. I don't. Am I dying? I'm looking to see if there's a secret insurance plan. What the fuck? There's got to be something wrong here somewhere. Mm. I'll tell you what, though, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I'm going to reiterate that point. Yeah, we're retired. You would think we have plenty of time. We don't. I cannot believe how. I'll turn around. It's 8 o'clock already. I used to wonder what time it was at work because I was bored or what have you. Here, it's just, oh my God. And you don't even check it. And suddenly it's 8 o'clock. And then, what the fuck did I do today? I didn't leave the house. Yeah, you did the bills, you cleaned the house, you fed the cats, you fed the husband, you cleaned the bathrooms, you redid all of the bedding. Suddenly you're going, why is it this late? I'm looking at myself like, hey, stupid. But do less on your list because you're doing too much. You got, the cats go everywhere. And we run a kind of sanctuary for cats and dogs, whichever ones that come to us, and they're homeless, and we will feed them, and we feed them twice a day with meat in it, and water, of course, is always out there. They love being up under the RVs. During the hurricane, we worried so much more than afraid because we could hear the water hitting the house, the master bedroom side, and I've been here 14 years, and never once, and we've had some storms. Never once have I been able to hear the rain hit the master bedroom wall. Not once in 14 years. And I said, oh my God. And we were going out in this because I was still supposed to have surgery, I thought. They'd even called to make sure I was coming. I was like, yeah. It's been 2 weeks. Let's fix this fucker. So I can hear it hit. So Robert, he says, uh-oh. And I said, uh-huh. Something's bad wrong. You could feel it. It was like the house was being squeezed, and stuff was trying. We could hear stuff hitting, but it was hitting the RVs. They were both along the driveway on that side of the house. He had just put them there. And ordinarily have the big boats. They were on the other side, and they saved the wiring, which was jerked out of the wall, and it caught on the boat, and the boat turned over, but it kept it from pulling out the wall. So I mean, it hit the wall with the boat. So I mean, it was just things. I mean, the trees that fell, they fell in our yard, but they didn't hit anything. But they did take out my garden house, but that's okay. I mean, we had like $50 in it. I know it was, it wasn't 400 million, but I needed it. But things happen. They took out all of our metal fence. It just went through it, and I can't believe how it didn't take anything. It took one bench. These are iron, and we have a bench with 2 matching chairs and a coffee table. Then we have a regular picnic table on the other end of the veranda in the front yard. It's glass. None of that went. Nothing. And all of the trees that were on that side of the house, almost every one of them come down. But it was like somebody made sure they didn't hit nothing. It was absolutely fascinating. And we didn't have anything. We didn't have power for 2 weeks. We had a generator, and he had to travel all over to find anybody that had gas. Everybody did this. It was run by gas. So here he's got a wife who doesn't get a surgery. We had to get back, and I don't think anybody else would have made it back. He's an amazing driver. He's driven for a truck driving for 50 years. Was driving instructor. He's an ace mechanic. He can fix the trucks. He can fix the runaround trucks. He can fix all of that. And so I don't worry about my car. He always gives me a car with the title. I've never had to worry about paying for my cars. I pay for insurance he takes out, so I don't have to worry about any of that. And I love that about it. It's right there at my birthday. So he'll just tell me, honey, I got to run down and get the tags done. And so off he'll go and make sure I have my Army tag, veteran Army. Because, yeah, I deserve it. There's a story there. But it's getting late, so I'm going to say bye for today. Frank, get in here again tomorrow. Maybe fix the sound system. Tell me you watched it. Somebody watch it. Come on out here and talk to me. I can't be that bad. Yeah, I could be that old. Okay. I'm going to let y'all go. Just rock it on, guys. Rock it on hard.